Bansuri Swaraj, let me start with you first. I laid out the data of the days leading up to Diwali and the day after Diwali, and it's clear from the numbers that yes, there was a significant deterioration of air quality on the day after Diwali, and more so because in the 2 days leading up to Diwali, we had rains, the air had cleared out a bit, but now again we're back to square one. This, the Aam Aadmi Party and concerned Delhiites too are saying is because of firecrackers. In fact, the Aam Aadmi Party has made it political by saying you've deliberately targeted some parts of Delhi for extra firecracker burning this time around. How do you respond?
First of all, thank you, Zaka, and a very happy Diwali to you and all my co-panelists. See, the Aam Aadmi Party government, they have a penchant of sort of indulging in vehement blame game. Diwali is one festival on which crackers were burned for about 4 to 6 hours. Parali has been burning since 29th of October. In fact, the statistics that you gave me are even higher than what I had. My God, you said 24,717 just between November 8th to 12th November. I have a NASA image of 5th of November. Please see this. I'm just going to zoom in. You see this blood red image? This is all the Parali burning in Punjab. And in comparison, please see it's intermittently happening in Haryana. Obviously, if Parali burning is going to go unchecked, then even the Honorable Chief Minister, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal ji, had also said in 2018 that he is aware that it is Parali that is causing Delhi to choke. And once the Aam Aadmi Party government comes to power, they will ensure that Parali burning is stopped. But the Aam Aadmi Party government has not been able to do anything. I want to ask them. Today, it is the Aam Aadmi Party which is in power both in Punjab as well as Delhi. What steps have been taken? In November 2020, there was a press conference by Minister Atishi ji where she said they have all the scientific data. They know that the reason for pollution in Delhi is Parali. But in October 23, there was a U-turn and she said that no, unfortunately, the Aam Aadmi Party government doesn't have any scientific data and therefore the Aam Aadmi Party government is not able to formulate a policy to combat pollution. I want to know what have they done in the last 9 years? They have also been in power in Punjab for over 1.5 years. Today, the Honorable President of Delhi BJP, he has suggested and made a demand from Delhi BJP that please ask Mr. Kejriwal to ask for an all-party meeting where all the sources of pollution across seasons, because pollution is not just a winter phenomena in Delhi, it is a year-round phenomena. Let us sit together and let us discuss the causes and let the Aam Aadmi Party government produce a white paper on it. Let's find a solution together.
Okay, so Abhinandita Mathur, Diwali is 1 day out of 365, and as Bansuri Swaraj was saying, this is the argument by the BJP and its supporters that crackers are burned for 4 or 5 hours on that 1 day. Now, I just also outlined the number of farm fire incidents that have been happening since the middle of October, 24,117 in the Parali burning season, second highest in the last 5 years. That is the real culprit. Instead, the BJP's contention is you are targeting Hindus in one Hindu festival, the biggest Hindu festival in fact, and that's a bogey because you can't do anything about the real reason, which is the stubble burning.
Good evening and compliments of the season to everyone. You'll have to give me a minute to actually respond to Bansuri ji and the data that you put out, respond to that. First thing first, about the crackers on Diwali. Now, despite the Supreme Court ban, these are 3 neighboring states, Delhi, Haryana and UP, and somehow, despite the ban, the firecrackers are sold, people are able to access them and they reach Delhi. Now, what is the policing? Are we saying that we totally disregard or disrespect the Supreme Court ban, or are we questioning the ban? Are we saying that the Supreme Court is attacking a community? What is the BJP exactly trying to say? The other thing is that as far as the year-long thing is concerned, we've said it many times and I'll not waste our viewers' time on this at this point, but there are short-term and long-term steps that need to be taken to tackle pollution. As far as the Delhi government is concerned, at least we have something to show. We can at least we don't run away from our responsibility. Time and again we come and say, okay, this is what we've done, this is what we've done. Delhi is the only state to implement GRAP in time. Delhi is the only state that is actually moving rapidly towards electric vehicle policy. Delhi is the only state that has actually, invested in building lakes and wetlands so that in the long term there is improvement and solutions. Delhi was also the only state which 3 years ago did a big community Diwali celebration with a laser show for 4 days consecutively in Connaught Place, if you would remember, called Dilli Ki Diwali. So there are a number of things that the Aam Aadmi Party government both in Delhi and Punjab has been doing. And we had discussed the Parali problem in your previous show as well. So without, wasting time on that at the moment.
But there is no solution to that problem. The numbers are still staggering.
I will come to that.
The numbers are still staggering, Abhinandita.
Zaka, I'll come to that. I'll come to that. But there are 2-3 things that we also must ask the BJP spokesperson here. Number one, how did the implementing agencies of all these 3 states, how did they fail so badly? What is the explanation? Number 2, where is the environment minister? Where are the environment ministers of UP? Where are the environment ministers of Haryana? And where is the central environment minister? Is he going to take any responsibility of this regional problem? Is he going to come out and give any advisory to the public on what needs to be done and how the people need to respond to this crisis? Even if he has to ask the Delhi or the Punjab government to get their act together, but he's absent. And that is really unfortunate. To top it all, I mean, what kind of politicking is this where, Kapil Mishra, a BJP leader, goes on to tweet that, well done, this is a very unscientific ban and, well done to the people and, this kind of jingoism, really. Are we going to not only
let me ask
be
Smita
aware,
Prakash
not
and
only
Debaditya is also there with us. Smita Prakash, two things need to be clarified. This ban, Abhinanda, we've heard you. Let me go to the other panelists also, please. Yeah. 2 things need to be clarified. One, this is a ban that was not imposed by a government or by a state. This is a ban imposed by the Supreme Court of India. Now, obviously, the Supreme Court can only pass orders. The implementation of that order has to be on the law enforcement agencies. So, whether it's Delhi Police in Delhi, whether it's UP Police in UP, whether it's Haryana Police, the implementation of that order has to be done by the respective law enforcement agencies, which the Aam Aadmi Party is saying, no, it did not happen. Whether it's in Delhi or in neighboring states, firecrackers were far more freely available this time around. And it was almost like people were, like we had this revenge tourism post-COVID. It was like revenge firecracker burning because they felt like their culture, their religion, their asmita was being targeted. Therefore, it was almost like revenge firecracker mode, which clearly is not helping the AQI. So the question is, Smita, at the end of the day, we can have all the bans in the world, we can have common sense solutions, but if those solutions are not going to be implemented and it's going to get mired in politics, then is this just a one-day problem and people are going to forget about it, or a one-month problem and people are going to forget about it? Because clearly there's no political cost to pay for this, either for the Aam Aadmi Party or for the BJP. There's no political downside for this.